All right. So I know I've already made that other video about determining whether a point is on a line. I wanted to show you another way because it's a little bit more efficient. Like let's say if you had more than three options, like if you had seven options for some reason, this is a quick way that you can do this. So all right. So which point is on the quadratic y equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 8? Uh, so one way that you could do this is you could do, plug in -2 for x. So we could come over here. Let me see if I can get my calculator to scroll down. There we go. You could do -2 store to x. Well, store to x. There we go. And then you could just type in the equation and see if it gives you back -4. Now that'll work, and that's pretty straightforward. So we've already done the store to x before. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to graph it. So go to your y equals, and we'll do 3x squared plus 5x minus 8, and we will just graph this thing. Zoom standard here. All right, so there's our curve. Now to plug in -2 for x, the way you can do that is just go to the trace menu. And we did this a while back, but it's been a while. So trace, and then you just do -2 for x, enter. And see, that gives you -6 back for y, not -4. So that would not be the answer there. And then -3, you just do it again. -3. And it does give back y equals 4. All right, so that would be enough to tell that one. Now, remember, you may not remember, but let's say, you know how this window goes -10 to 10 on the x? So if let's say you were plugging in 12 for some reason. Yeah, if you're plugging in 12 for x, it'll give you an error here, invalid. And the reason that is because the window is not big enough. So if that were the case, you'd have to adjust the window to accommodate for that. So like -15 to 15 or something. All right, so there's that. And then let's say you wanted to do this on Desmos. It's always a little easier on Desmos, a little slicker. I guess that is if you are a good typer. So I've been doing this for a little while, so I kind of know how now. All right, so let me get, there we go. So y equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 8. And then what you can do is, well, there's a couple of things you could do. You could do, well, actually, let's just do that. Let's click the point here. We'll scroll it up, and we'll just follow this over until it gets to 2, for the x. And you see at, oh, sorry, we're doing -2. I went the wrong way. All right. -2 for x would be about right here. And at -2 for x, it gives us -6 instead of -4. So that's another way you could do it. A little faster even, is you can actually just type in the ordered pair. So parentheses, -3, comma 4. And you'll see it's actually on the curve, right? But if you did -5, comma 50, and zoom out a little because you can't actually see it. Oh, actually, that looks pretty close, doesn't it? -5, comma 50. Oh, it is off. It is just barely off there. So that one's almost on the curve. I hope that does it for you. We'll give you some time to get your work done here.